Okay, so here we go. I've probably pissed about half of you off, but well, it is what it is. It's time to start getting for reals, and let's be honest. This talking about doing all of that, what I'm gonna do when they come, it hasn't been really real. It's been almost Fantasyland. It's been almost cool Hollywood movie chit chat. Because the real life is you've spent a whole lot of time getting ready. I have. I've spent a ton of money getting ready. Getting ready to be able to take care of my family, to bring family members into my own home and protect them. I've had to be real with them. I have a elderly stepfather who has the diabetes, and I called him, what was it now, 4-6 months ago, and said, man, you got to start stocking up on that insulin. And he can't get it more than what is prescribed to him. So I just had to be straight up with him and tell him, buddy, I can't help you. I mean, if things go a little pear-shaped, you're going to have some issues. Unless you can come up with some herbalistic, holistic situation, man, I'll dig you a hole, and I'll put you in it, and I'll say some words over you. But, buddy, I'll be honest with you. I can't help you. I'm not going to go and steal insulin. I'm not going to go rape and pillage and plunder if things go south. It is what it is, man. You ought to think about those kind of things. Of course, I got laughed at, and everybody thinks I'm a blazing idiot, and that's fine. But that's what I'm saying. Let's get down to the real deal. If some teacher in Minnesota or wherever the hell she was at can have one stupid picture on her MySpace page, and she's got a weapon, and she can get fired, I don't care. Now she might sue them and win $1 bazillion. That's super great for her, rock star. The point is if that's the kind of thing that's going on, and we're all making YouTube videos all decked out, we got freaking armor on and weapons and blah, blah, blah. I'll tell you one agency in every state that's a bunch of badasses, that's the CPS, Child Protective Services. If by some odd chance, maybe they type in, I don't know, whatever they type in. There's so many things you can tag on. And they see people with weapons just a freaking clacking and a clanging, and everybody's a shooting and a showing and doing all that nonsense. And then you happen to speak about your children. My friends, that's drawing attention to yourself. That's just the real world. That's the real deal. I have some family members that have some dealings with those kind of people. They're in the system for that purpose, to take care of children. And I'll tell you what I've learned, those jokers got some power. They got some pull. And all they got to do is make one phone call. And they're not going to call your local cops. They're going to call the county sheriffs. And if the sheriffs show up, back to that. What are you going to do? Let's say we're just waiting for the world to fall. Let's say we're waiting for that little shot heard around the world. Until then, if they start a banging and a clanging and knocking on your door, this is a real deal. I'm being honest with you. What are you going to do? I go back to this. If you put a round through that door, boys and girls, we are going to escalate a situation to a point where there's no return. Now, I'm going to be real for a second. I used to bow hunt. I was a big bow hunting fan. Loved it. Shot instinctive. I shot some compound bows. I shot some recurves. Shot some longbows. When I used to practice archery, even in the dead of summer, I'd have all my gear on that I was going to go hunting in. because I knew if I practiced that way, then come November, I'd be able to shoot my bow the way that I practiced. If I shot in a t-shirt with braids hanging down, that's not the way I hunted. So practice makes perfect, but perfect practice makes perfect. So we can all talk about it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to stack up, and I'm going to be the entry man and all of that. Listen, the real world that we're talking about now, I kind of have this thing in my heart where we've kind of lost track of reality. The reality is this. You put yourself out here on YouTube and you say things, you do things that are going to have repercussions. And then when the time comes to have to do what we all say we're going to be doing, either A, you shit a load in your pants, and that's that. Or B, you do something crazy ass, you blow off some kind of booby trap, or you start a blasting. Man, I swear, hundreds of videos I watch. Oh, I read all the responses. Oh, I get my own responses about I do this and I do that. Y'all are dreaming. You're stinking dreaming. You really are. Nobody wants to talk about the real deal. And the real deal is you need to have a plan. So, instead of me just babbling on about, well, you need a plan, here's a plan. I got a plan. I still believe it all boils down to 9/11 and some things that need to be talked about. So, I'll say this. I'm putting a challenge out to people that have stood out in front of the cameras, television cameras, and talked about they want to see some action. So for the Charlie Sheens and the Martin Sheens and the Rosie O'Donnells and the Joe Rogans, here's a plan. I know y'all got money. And you know what? You could take a little bit of that money, you could put it together, you could hire one attorney to make a trust. Put your money together, build a trust. Establish it out of Malibu. Right there in Malibu is Pepperdine. Go up the street to Pepperdine, get you a couple of folks who have tons of bills to pay when they get out of school, and pay for them to go ahead and get their bar for California. You set two of them aside, and then you get on TV or whatever, the news, because you can. If you just say, hey, I want to say something, you call up your agent and have them contact the local news. Get out there and say, anybody who has any information about anything that is pertinent to right now or 9/11, come forward. We will protect you. Hell, put them up in Malibu. Put them up at the clinic in Malibu. Nobody's going to go in there. That security's tighter than a friggin' daggum El Diablo nuclear site. Put them up. Put that money up. I guarantee you, $100,000 from all of you, you could pay an attorney, and you know what? Maybe we could get some answers. Maybe we know what's going on. But people are afraid to come forward. I've noticed on YouTube now, a lot of the things people say and do is based on fear. Well, there's no fear as long as you just, you know the truth's on your side. You can't have any fear. Quit talking about it. Make something happen. None of us knucklehead patriots got enough money to make this happen. But I do know you do. Go ahead. Put up on national TV. Go to your local newscaster. Go to KLAB or whatever's in L.A. I haven't lived there a long time. I don't know the stations anymore. But that would make a big difference. If we could get some people to come forward, especially out of that last administration, and they could really, really do some talking, you'd have attorneys, you'd have them sequestered, you'd have them put away. Hell, go rent you a little spot there at the trailers on Cross Creek, and right there's Pepperdine. You got the courthouse 500 yards down the street. You'd be fine. And hey, if that doesn't work out, at least you could take them over to Bernatoni's and have a good Greek meal. So anyways, or Nobu if they like friggin' sushi. That's all I'm saying is I'm going to throw something out there. I'm asking patriots that are famous and have some money. That's how you find out what happened to those buildings in New York. This is how you find out what happened to the Pentagon. Start a trust fund. Go get you some friggin' junior attorneys coming out of Pepperdine. Put some money towards them getting their bar, and you protect some people that come forward. There you go. I don't want to just blast on people without putting up my own friggin' ideas. Peace.